Hi, I'm Jeroen from Izegrim.
Hi, I'm Marloes from Izegrim, and you're watching Richard Metal Fan.
Hey, what's up,
Excellent.
guys? Episode 390 of Richard Metalfan Interviews, calling from Zoom, and I'm here with one half of Israel. We got Marloes and Jeroen. So, how are you guys
Yes.
doing today?
Awesome.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Weekend has just started, so
Yeah.
we're happy and ready to go.
Yeah, it's great to be able to talk with you guys today. So, kind of what I want to talk about is kind of like you guys' like art journeys as artists, this, and also sort of like talk about the history of Israel. But take me back to when you guys were younger. So, kind of growing up in the Netherlands, what were the first bands that got you guys into metal? What made you want to play your respective instruments? Who wants to go first?
Oh wow.
Oh.
I'm the oldest of the four, so
Right, take it away,
uh,
Jeroen.
Yeah.
I grew up. That's a long time ago, man. I'm born in '72, so I've seen
Oh, wow.
shitload of bands and a
Yeah.
shitload of concert, and I remember that I went to see Venom when I was like 18, 17 or 18, and landed in their tour bus and drank with them as a little boy, things like that. So that was awesome, and saw the beginning of Metallica and stuff like that. So yeah, that was great times, the
Ozzy
festivals.
Osbourne.
Ozzy, I saw Ozzy several times.
Wow.
Um, so yeah, those were for me like the mid '80s were the heydays for metal. Every venue, big or small, was always packed with people. And yeah, nowadays when you go to a local club, it's always a surprise to see how many people are there. The competition is gruesome, and yeah, I remember those days very well,
Yeah.
and yeah, good memories, good
Yeah.
memories.
What's like the best venue in the Netherlands?
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, for me, we always go to a festival, Eindhoven Metal Meeting.
Yeah.
That's in
I've heard
Eindhoven.
about
That's
that.
that's,
It
that's
looks
just the
fucking
FNR,
awesome.
and
Yeah.
yeah, they've got two separate
Venues, yeah.
venues in
Stages.
stages exactly. So that's a pretty good venue. Yeah, 013 in Tilburg. That's also awesome venue.
Yeah, but also Hedon in Zwolle.
Yeah,
We are a fairly small country, but we have a lot of venues.
yeah.
Nice. And I guess, and for you, Marlos, what got you into metal?
Well, it started with Guns N' Roses, Metallica, and then yeah, you want something harder, and I liked Grohl. So then 6 Feet Under, I listened a lot when I was younger. And yeah, I also like Nightwish in the beginning with Tarja. Yeah, it's complete. I don't like that anymore now, but my taste was different back then. Yeah, I didn't went to that many concerts when I was younger, but yeah, what did we see? Yeah, we saw Nightwish.
Oh, Maiden several times.
Yeah, yeah, but in the beginning,
Oh,
and after that, Lamb of God, Creator,
Iced Earth.
Iced Earth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. I'm guessing,
yeah.
like for I guess for you, Jerome, what made you want to play guitar, and for you, Marlos, what made you want to slap at a bass?
Well, I started with playing the flute when I was young. I have come from a very musical family, so it was very obvious that I would do something in music. I started singing actually, just clean singing, and then I started playing the flute, and I thought, yeah, that sucks. So then I played guitar. I played acoustic guitar. I had several lessons acoustic guitar, but then I thought, yeah, I wanted heavier. I wanted more brutal, and that's why I bought a electric guitar and I started to play. Also had some lessons, and then I've got an injury at my arm and wrist. And that's why I couldn't play guitar anymore. So that's why I picked up the bass.
Nice. And for you, you're
Uh, yeah, and now it's yeah, it's the bass.
cool. And for you, Jeroen, what made you want to
Oh
shred
wow.
shred the guitar?
Metallica, Kill 'Em All, and Slayer, first records of Slayer, and like I said, mentioned Venom, and first Megadeth, and stuff like that. The big four, Anthrax. Anthrax got me also into playing metal, and yeah, practicing my ass off. And I definitely play less guitar now than I did back in the days. I came back from school, did my homework, and played for like several hours a day, and yeah, now you're old and you watch Netflix and play like an hour a day, you know. So you go to work, yeah, exactly. So, it's a different kind of era, but I still enjoy guitar playing. I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
Cool. Cool. And so so of course Izegrim like formed in 1996. So how
Mhm.
I'm guessing for you, Jeroen, how'd the idea of forming the band come to be?
Back in the in 1996, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like every band, most of the bands started out with two friends, me and back then drummer, and we got drunk and yeah, let's start a band. You know, it started all in a pub, and we were young and we had great ambitions, like every starting band in that day, and yeah. So yeah, story short, we back then the drummer had a girlfriend and she also could growl. That was not Marloes, but that was Christine. So we always, from 1996, from the beginning of Izegrim, 30 years ago, we always had women on vocals that growled. So we were kind of unique back in the day, you know. That was really, we were standing out. You see a lot of bands
Yeah,
nowadays,
like
or like,
Arch Enemy and stuff.
yeah, and Ginger and you know whatever band. There are a lot of female vocalists nowadays, but back in the day we were quite unique. So that was pretty cool to see, and we did pretty cool stuff. And yeah, so that's how it started. I mean, in a pub with a lot of beer,
With friends.
Nice.
with friends, and in very crappy basement. We had our practice sessions and yeah, and recording stuff. It was on tape. I mean, you could hear every mistake you make, and you know, it wasn't like with computers and Pro Tools and oh, we do a retake and we copy paste and stuff like that. So
Uh,
yeah, I really recorded demo tapes on tape, you know, so on an 8-track disc tape. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But this year is also a special year for Izegrim because this year does mark 30 years of the
Mhm.
Izegrim as a band. I know you had like the break for like 5 years, but 30 years of this band, like, did you think that Izegrim would be around for 30 years?
It was always my child, you know. So uh, yeah, if you would ask me if we when we quitted the band, if you would ask me, would
You
you
restart.
see yourself performing the Izegrim again? I would say no. But yeah, I think you will get to that story perhaps later. But
Yeah.
yeah, we are still friends, you know. So there was always in those 5 years something slumbering and something, yeah, yeah, something. The fire was still there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But what would be like a bucket list goal for Izegrim? Like, what would be that for you guys, for each of you guys? Like, what would be that one thing? Be like, man, wouldn't it be awesome if we did that?
Yeah, well, it was very awesome that we were reunited on a certain thousand tons of metal,
Yeah.
of
I
course.
saw one of y'all sets there and it was
Yeah,
amazing.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
and
Yeah.
so that was really for us something on the bucket list again.
Yeah.
But maybe we can go there sometime. But it was our first gig after 6 years, so that's really awesome.
Mhm.
And of course, the big festivals.
Mhm.
That's what we are aiming for, like in Europe, in Gaspop, Wacken Open Air, and of course maybe Maryland Death Fest in in America.
Yeah,
You
who
never
knows?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's already one thing that we can tick from our bucket list. Of course, 70,000 tons of metal,
Yeah.
and also a big festival here in Belgium. That's called Alcatraz Festival. We always go there as a visitor, and the atmosphere is absolutely awesome. And now we were invited to play there on the Sunday, so that's one we can already tick from our
Yeah.
bucket list. So
Awesome. But tell me
yeah,
about some of those like first like Izegrim demos being, of course, the Most Evil and the second
yeah,
promo from 1997. Like, where were
wow.
those recorded? I can't really find like anything on YouTube about those demos.
But where they were recorded, you mean? Or
Yeah, yeah, pretty much like where were they recorded at and how'd they come to be?
that's a pretty good question. I can't even remember. I know it was at a farm here in the neighborhood where we live, and that guy had a really small a studio, and like I said, those demos were really recorded on tape on an on those big tapes, where they could record 8 tracks in one time, and those songs were all one takes. I mean, it wasn't the drum separate and the guitar separate. It was all the whole band playing at the same time. So don't ask me about the name of the studio, though, because I don't. Perhaps he doesn't even exist anymore. So I don't know that, but it was a struggle. It was recording at that time was pretty demanding.
Yeah. I heard it was like recorded in 666 minutes on 8-track set. Studio Gin in Vorden.
Yeah, Vorden. Yeah. Kas. Yeah, and he also.
He knows it better than you.
Yeah. I'm getting. Yeah. He also had a band, and that was called Kas Bandje, and his studio was called Kas Studio. Indeed, in Vorden, and Vorden is like 10 kilometers from here. So you did your homework pretty well.
Yeah, you could thank Metal Archives for listing all this shit.
Yeah. I know, but I don't scroll in Metal Archives every day. So thanks for remembering.
Not for your own.
Anytime. I even bring up some facts of like, wow, you know more about me than I do.
Yeah.
but of course you played around like the Netherlands and stuff, and I believe you found your first label being Cyber Music in the Netherlands. So how did they find Izegrim?
Cyber Music?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it was Rusty Cage, if I remember correct.
Yeah, but I think it was Cyber Music because they put out the Bird of Prey EP in '99.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Perhaps it was a label that we came up with. I think the first real label was Rusty Cage Records, and we see those guys still all the time rocking around at festivals. But the other label, I can't really. No, that doesn't ring a bell, to be honest.
So you probably maybe it's just like Metal Archives fucked up or something.
Yeah. I know for sure that Tribute to Totalitarianism was released as our first. I think it was the first
Guidelines.
Oh yeah, Guidelines for Genocide. That was the first full length we did. And I think that was.
Also before mine.
Yeah. That was released by Rusty Cage Records, and that's also based here in Holland. Doesn't exist anymore, but we see the owner of that record company still on a regular basis, and now he has a company that sells vinyl and stuff like that. So how did we came to that record company? I mean, Holland is so small. I mean, who are the owners of possible. Of record companies that possibly want to cooperate with you. So we've written several record companies with the demo, and Rusty Cage was the one that said, "Okay, we believe in you, and let's make a full length."
Yeah.
So
which leads into Guidelines for Genocide. In my opinion, a very underrated debut album in metal. So what was sort of like the whole mindset, being it was sort of like the debut full length album for Izegrim?
How the mindset was that in that time. Like I said, we had ambitions. We were young. We practiced our ass off, and we had a very, very talented guitar player amongst the band, and he was a really, really good composer. So that helped a lot to make. I think it's really. In my opinion, it's a really guitar-orientated album, but also the fact that the songs are really good structured. And like you said, it is an underrated album, and I'm still proud of it. I'm still proud of everything we did in the past. I mean, I totally agree with you. Underrated album.
Yeah. And when it came out, did you start touring outside of the Netherlands for the first time, or was it just locally?
We did some shows in, I think,
Germany
and Belgium, but not really European tour. We did European tours when you joined the band, and not before. That was with the old with Christine and with the old lineup.
Yeah. What was it like playing in front of like different countries? Be like, this is different from the Netherlands.
With respect to back in the day. With respect to hospitality, food, drinks, and hygiene, Netherlands is really top level. I mean, and some venues in Germany, and back in the day, yeah, not now, but back in the day, were kind of another level to to put it quite frankly. So we've been in places, where it was not so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also. I mean that's part of when you start a band. You don't. Um, your expectations are high, and it's obvious that because you are a beginning band, those expectations are too high.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then kind of breaking up from Izegrim for a little bit, because in 2004 you guys were part of the Delusion. You did the Fractured Dimension EP. So was that around the
Yeah.
time when you guys first met?
Well, no, we've met in 2000. We are a couple. And,
No.
yeah, no, he doesn't know that.
Oh.
And so I knew him when he was in Izegrim, and I was just the groupie. And,
Don't tell anyone.
don't tell him. No, and I played the guitar, and I was looking to Izegrim, and I thought, man, I want a band. I also want to play everywhere, and that's why we started Delusion, where I was a guitar player, and he was a guitar player with other friends. So it was the band basically started because I wanted to be in a band.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, I still think that was a great EP. Like more people need to talk about Delusion.
Yeah, but it's not existing anymore. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Rip.
No, it's called it's got
the
a
bass
different name.
the bass player
Yeah.
has started a new band that's called, perhaps is interesting for you, The Heritance. There's also a band from the Netherlands, and he's living here like a couple of kilometers from us, and we still see him. And it's also a bit the same style,
Yeah.
genre
Yeah.
as Delusion, bit of the Gothenburg
Yeah.
style, you know, like In Flames and stuff like that.
Dark Tranquility.
Yeah, Dark Tranquility.
Yeah, the homies.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
homies, yeah.
Yeah, but then going to 2005, you did to talk about the EP New World Order. I think it's a great EP. Of course, first release with Marloes in the band. So what was that like for you, Marloes, being that was like your first like recording with the band?
Yeah, it was the first time that I also played bass, and I didn't do the vocals yet. It was Christine, and I was doing backing vocals. It was awesome. Finally, I was in Izegrim. We had a great time. Christine and I were good friends, and we still are friends. And we had a couple of nice gigs, and what can I say? It was great to join Izegrim.
It was a good entrance. Good entrance. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that whole EP, it's only like 17 minutes, but songs like, of course, Fuck Your Glorious Nation and Sword of Damocles, like all just ass beaters of songs.
Golden oldies.
Yeah. They
Oh,
are. Yeah.
nice.
I have to listen to them again.
No, I still know them because we played them 100,000 times live, so I still remember them.
Yeah, and I feel like every time when a band does like an EP, I always feel like it's like a sneak preview before the next album. Was that sort of like to hold fans over before you started the next album, tribute to totalitarianism?
Yeah. Like you said, an EP is a sneak preview, and to keep the fans eager and to know and let them know we're still here, you know.
Yeah, introducing new members.
Yeah, and back in the day, now you have Spotify where you can upload one song on a regular basis. But back in the day, you didn't have you didn't have Spotify. So yeah,
you had to play to let the world know that you've got new songs, and
exactly.
Internet wasn't that big a thing back then, so you had to play it, otherwise people wouldn't see you.
Yeah, play and release an
release
EP.
EP. Yeah.
Because we're not a band that makes an album every year or every 2 years. So for us, a good rule was to in between full length to release an EP.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but then going into the next full length album, Tribute to Totalitarianism, I thought that's a great album, a good follow up to, of course, Guidelines for Genocide, because I know you had the EP in between. So what was it kind of like going from Guidelines to Tribute? Did you feel like any pressure to follow up?
No, I never feel pressure. I mean, to be honest, it's yeah. I always say it's just a band. It's not that I have to pay my house with it. It's not work. It's a hobby, you know.
No, but you want to be better
Yeah, yeah, sure,
than
sure.
last time. Yeah.
Yeah, but I never felt pressure to a release. You feel a pressure to make a next step, to reach a next level. But pressure, no. Yeah, in a good sense, you know. But not pressure. Oh, we have to make a new release.
No, we release when we are ready.
Yeah, yeah,
and not
exactly.
we have to release in 1 year because
Yeah,
otherwise
can't half-ass
people-
anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. It has to be perfect for that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, you always hear things a year later. Oh shit, we could have done this differently, you know. But it's always a time, in a moment of time. And when I hear all the things back, I'm still proud of every note we have recorded. So, and that's a good thing.
Cool. And I feel like Tribute to Totalitarianism is like you guys' most diverse sounding album because take like Regime of Redemption, which has very kind of like very groovy and almost death metal in there. And then, of course, The Better of Two Evils has kind of very sludgy kind of vibes. And even sort of Damocles also has like a very thrashy kind of like sound to it.
Mhm.
So was it fair to say like you guys and everybody at the band at the time was sort of like bringing like their own styles and influences into Izegrim?
Yeah. It was that album was also more influenced by you,
Mhm.
and that's why there's more death metal and thrash metal at that album.
You can almost hear which song was written by which band member. We all had our fair share in each song, and some songs are also combined. And but you can see, yeah, you can almost hear who
who
wrote
wrote the riffs.
which song. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then going into 2009, you did the Point of No Return EP. Love the EP. First release with now Marloes now handling lead vocals. So was for you, Marloes, was there any like pressure to now step up to be the lead vocalist of Izegrim?
Yeah, it was because I always did some backing vocals, and I never was the front woman. So also the first gig was, oh my goodness, I'm here all alone by myself, and how am I going to do it? But it also felt very naturally, and I always wanted to be a front woman, and so yeah, I achieved my goal, and I was very proud of that, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you wanted to try to find like another singer, but then you were kind of eventually you were kind of like, you know what, I'll sing.
No, well, I was doing backing vocals already, and sometimes I took over a lot of more vocals because our singer had a sore throat or something like that. So it felt very natural taking over the vocals. Of course, I said let's try it because maybe I suck in being a vocalist all the time, but it worked out very well. So it grew very natural that I became the front singer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just got to focus on quality over quantity.
Oh yeah. That's some
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some main point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess thing like Marlo was for you, Marloes, because I know you also did the backing vocals, was it also hard to like sing and then also play bass at the same time.
Yeah, it was. I
Yeah.
had to practice.
Yeah. Yeah. And when it came to making that EP for you, Marloes, were you like listening to like the other albums and be like, this is what I need to sound like? Or did you want to try to like bring like your own style of vocals into Izegrim?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've got my own style, so I really wanted to bring it in, and also on the Point of No Return, I also contributed with my guitar. I played some riffs, who I also recorded on the Point of No Return, so that was pretty awesome. That I could also mark my stuff on it, and yeah, I don't know, it was very natural, and yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Great. And then of course the first full-length album with you on the vocals, Code of Consequences, came out in 2011. Loved that album. So what was sort of like the whole writing and recording for that?
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah, it was. We recorded at the Sound Lodge studio in Germany.
Yeah, that's a pretty famous studio
Yeah.
here not here, but in Germany. It's around across the border, so it's not that far. But that was the first time we.
Yeah, we went to the studio.
To record the guitar and
and vocals.
Yeah, everything actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely has some very great, almost kind of like melodic death metal influences, like especially songs like "Fade into Obscurity" and "Psychopathic Mind." That basically has kind of like stuff that reminds me of a lot of like Imad era Carcass or even Arch Enemy a bit. So was that kind of like some of those inspirations for those songs?
Well, no, actually, we had also a new guitar player, and he's very into Nevermore. And I guess that's also what you hear in the new albums, that there is a different guitar player with different influences.
Yeah, Bart.
Yeah,
Yes,
Bart.
exactly. Yeah. And that's what you hear in the next albums. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
but you are also inspired by Carcass.
Yeah. I love
and
Carcass.
his,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my
singing.
favorite death metal band.
Yeah.
I love his style of singing.
Yeah.
When you want to try to sing it with him, it's very difficult. When you see the lyrics and you hear what he's doing, wow.
Also timing wise.
Yeah,
right?
timing wise. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then going into Congress of the Insane, another great album. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
thing.
actually the same thing.
It was time for a new album. We were writing when our album is recorded and released. We start to write new songs, but we take the time, and then we had a lot of songs ready, and we thought, wow, it's time to make a new album.
Yep.
So we picked the best songs for that time, and yeah, the album was born.
and the cover was a hell of a job because
Yeah.
I had contact. It's with the clown, you know, the cover. Congress of the. We're talking about Congress of the Insane, right?
Yeah.
It's
like
covered
that's
with
the
clown,
most
you
that's
know?
the most badass cover I've seen.
Yeah.
I still have nightmares from those cover because
Like it looks like the clown looks like that movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Exactly. But it is made by a guy in Brazil, and you know the time difference between the Netherlands and Brazil is like. And I had so much conversations with this guy about buying his cover, and I had always these conversations during the night because then was it day at his time.
Yeah, it's our difference.
It was horrible. I had several sleepless nights to get that cover, you know. So that's my core memory of that album.
Oh no,
that shitty
cover.
that front cover. It still gives me headaches.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's one of the best covers I've ever seen. So yeah, it's awesome. I also
saw. It was all worth it.
It was all worth it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. But tell me about working with Sabina from Holy Moses on Manifest of Megalomaniac. So how did she end up featuring on that song?
Yeah, well, we did a lot of shows with Holy Moses back in the days, also before I joined the band.
Yeah, we know them very well.
Yeah, so we know them very well, and then an album, and I really wanted to do a duet with someone, and you were thinking, but who's more brutal and the best female vocalist since
with a legacy.
With a legacy. So we really thought about Sabina Klasse, and I asked her, and she was really happy. Oh yeah, I want to join you, and it worked out very well. We went to Hamburg, to record the song with her, and it was awesome. I mean, it was just a couple of takes, and we were done.
Yeah.
It was just like we wrote it for her. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was a funny day.
Yeah, it was a funny day.
The rest of the band members were also there.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun together.
Cool. And then, of course, the last full-length album, The Ferryman's End. I thought that was a great album. So what was that like, making that what would eventually be the final like Izegrim album for a while?
Now, we didn't know it back then that it was the final album, but we wanted. It was already time for a new album, I guess.
Yeah, and a great concept.
Yeah,
the concept was awesome. I think the lyrics are really next level. I think we put a lot
back then.
Back then. But I think that was really a step forward when you compare it to the previous album. That was really insane. What you did with your vocals.
More adults.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The whole album is more grown up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you hear in all the albums that we grow, and that's what I really want. if you release something, it must be better than the previous one. And I think when you listen to all the songs right now, and yeah, you hear us grow. Also, we're getting older, and yeah, but you hear it in the music, I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. And of course, this year does also mark 10 years of the Ferryman's End. So how do you feel about the album now, like 10 years later?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I still like it. I think it's still our best album from Izegrim. And 10 years, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was 10 years ago.
Thanks for the reminder. We should do something with that.
Yeah, it came out in March 25th, 2016 will be the 10-year anniversary, which is literally 2 days after my birthday.
Oh, really? Oh, awesome. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, we should do something with that. Yeah. Good information. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. But funny enough, the last actual latest release, Beheaded by Trust EP, which actually came out on my birthday in 2018. So tell me about making, of course, the last EP.
Yeah, that was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was, we were stuck at a certain point.
Certain level.
A certain level. We wanted to grow, but we felt we couldn't grow anymore, or...
Yeah, you mean by grow, like playing large festivals and stuff like that. So we were stuck at a level that we thought that we needed something to put us back in the picture, also for the bigger festivals.
Yeah.
You know?
So we changed our style a little bit, and we worked our asses off with Beheaded by Trust, and. Then we quit.
Then we quit. But with a reason, you know. You bring out an EP and you put your really all your effort in it with a certain mindset and certain expectations. And I think the market back then wasn't that good for metal. So that was one of the reasons. And we had very good conversations about this. It wasn't that I or any other band member just made a decision on his own and pulled the plug. It was a conversation at Summer Breeze. I really remember really well. We had a gig at Summer Breeze, a really big festival, and it was awesome. And I was like, "Hey guys, this is one of our highlights. Perhaps it's time to quit. You know, quit at your highlight, at your maximum top." And that's actually what we did.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we quit as very good friends. But at that time, at the highlight of our career at Summer Breeze. So
I mean, what a way to go out.
Yeah,
but it
for us it felt very natural because we released that EP with very high expectations, and none is used to say, but a lot of expectations weren't.
Weren't met.
No, exactly. And that's why we thought, okay, I guess this is it.
Yeah, because I know the band like really broke up in 2020, because I also know the pandemic also happened during that time. Was that also, I thought that would also be like another factor into why the band called it quits.
No, it was not the reason.
It was not the reason.
Before. It was September or August 2019.
After the gig at Summer Breeze, and then we had like a small farewell tour planned, and it was all set, like eight or 9 shows, and then the pandemic hit, and then all the shows were canceled. So for us it was a chapter we never could close, you know. That's also a reason that it was always the fire was still crispy and crackling, because we never closed it. So we never did that farewell tour, and that's the reason of the pandemic. So the day or the month we quit was like September 2019.
Do you think like in an alternate universe you could have wished you would have done like those last farewell shows?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to them.
Yeah.
But now it was you quit and then that's it.
No gigs, no saying goodbye to
fans.
Nothing. That wasn't hard time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But then kind of flashing forward a bit to 2021, you guys had started up Halfron. Like, how did the idea of that band come to be?
Well, the guitar player we know very well. and he was thinking about getting a new band, and he asked us to join Hellefron. A lot of people think that we started a band, but it was not that case.
No, we were asked.
Yeah, you're like, hey, want to join our band?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we got a lot of questions. Oh, you two are starting Izegrim 2.0, but that wasn't the fact. He started that band. He
because I feel like that's like another beast above like Izegrim, because Hellefron sounds a bit more darker.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more melodic and more symphonic.
And he's written already a whole album. And
not the lyrics, but
not the lyrics, exactly, the music. And he asked a keyboard player that could arrange very dark and gloomy keyboard arrangements. And then he also asked us to join the band.
Yeah.
So it was, and also
he formed the band. Yeah.
He formed the band, and also still very proud of what we did with Hellefron. I mean, that was we were there all of a sudden, like a big bang, you know. Here's Hellefron, and we were on the front of the biggest magazine here in the Netherlands, with my old hat, and I never. If you would ask me 10 years ago, you'd be on the front cover of the Aardschok, I would call you crazy. But we managed that, and that's really, I'm really proud of that. And all the other things we did. Yeah.
Hell yeah. But tell about making that first album, Pray. I think it's just fucking sick. Like, where was that recorded at?
At home for a big part.
At home. Yeah.
We
all have our home studio, so we record that at home.
You know, we played the guitar at home with a click track and DI, so the clean signal of the guitar, and the drummer back in the days, Frank. Is a session drummer, and he also for Gotti Throne. He also drums in Gotti Throne. I think you know that band. And he has his own studio, so he could record Jesus, his own drum parts and vocals. We have a vocal booth here at home, and Mendel, the guitar player of Aborted.
Yeah, another friend of mine.
We gave him the tracks, and he mixed and mastered everything. So it was a home recording studio project, our first album.
Yeah. I think it's great, especially going into the intro of Let the World Burn, then going into like the killing spree. It's just very majestic, especially love like the interplay of vocals, of course, with Marloes, and of course David, and who also does like the keyboards. I just feel like that whole album is just a mixture of like death metal, but also like the symphonic kind of like old school like black metal of like Nocturnus and Cradle of Filth a bit. But how like a different of a mind frame was that from Hellefron compared to like Izegrim?
Well, I always said if I quit Izegrim, I want to do something with keys in it, and orchestrations, because I love Dimmu Borgir and stuff like that, and that's what I missed at Izegrim. The orchestrations, the dark, doomy stuff. That's why I was very happy when Ramon asked me to join Hellefron, because I heard something that he had arranged, and it was awesome. So it's totally different from what we did.
Yeah.
It was also why we love to join the band.
Yeah. And did you all like ever did like live shows with Hellefron? Like how nervous were you compared to like playing with like Izegrim? It has to be like a different kind of like level.
Well, yeah, you're on stage with different people, but the feeling is the same. I mean, you're there and doing what you love most, and I don't care if I'm on stage with Hellefron or with Izegrim.
No, it's not that different.
No.
Yeah, no. And then going into the next and last full length, Anatomy of Darkness, like that album, it was a quick turnaround from Prey. Did you start writing for Anatomy of Darkness right after Prey?
Well, to be honest, we didn't write a thing for Hellefron. It was all.
I did all the lyrics and stuff. I did. But...
To be clear, lyrics were written by Marloes, but I didn't write a single riff. Yeah, a few solos, but I didn't write a riff for those two albums. The great mastermind behind Hellefron was Ramon, the founding member and guitar player, and I don't know how he manages this, but every day he had a new song, so to speak. I mean, so when we were ready with recording Prey, he already said, "Oh yeah, I have already a half album ready." And I was like, "Whoa, okay, that's
Okay,
quick."
hop on here.
Yeah. So that was that. Yeah, I mean that the second album was released within a year, and that's pretty quick for me and for Izegrim terms. You know, it's a different mindset. It's a different mindset, and it's a good mindset, but it's different.
Yeah. And then of course like last year like Halifron broke up. So how hard was it to see like that band like kind of like we're done?
Well, actually, I was the one who quit the band. Tenminste, I got out of the band. And also
He's like, see ya.
Jeroen quit. Yeah. No.
Not that way.
Of course, not that way, because there were a lot of
Good conversations.
Yeah, there were things, and we had a good conversation, and then I said sorry, but I quit. And then also Jeroen quit the band. So Halifron was still active when we left, and a couple of months later they decided to quit Halifron.
All right. But then it was also around last year, there was some good light at the end of the tunnel. Of course, Izegrim like got back together. So the one question I'm pretty sure everybody was asking is what made you guys decide to come back?
Beer.
Yeah, beer. Again, beer. Yeah, that's the main thing in every band. Beer, I guess.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, exactly.
Now, I mean, we were still friends, like Jeroen said, and we were getting together a couple of times a year, drinking beers,
having a barbecue.
Yeah. Just like last year, we were in our garden having a barbecue and drinking some beers, and we were joking, and we said, why not start Izegrim again?
And I had I knew that 2026 marked the 30-year anniversary of Izegrim, and we were
perfectly convenient.
And we were drunk, and it was last summer.
Last summer.
Yeah, last summer. It's pretty recent that we decided this.
July, August.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I was like, oh Jesus, 30 years. I'm getting old, man. But we can do something with that, you know. We can turn it around. Like,
hey,
yeah. And then it was like half an hour later. Well, shit, fuck, we can do this. So yeah, you know what it is. We're all pretty busy with also other things, and we made a agreement with the four of us. We don't want to practice often. That was one of the main issues. We don't want to spend every week in the rehearsal room. Everybody can practice at home. Our drummer Ivo is a professional drummer. He has his own studio. He can practice at home. We have the shit. You have vocal booth.
Yeah.
So let's, for the 70,000 tons, to be honest, we only practiced twice after 6 years. And and it works. I mean,
your homework,
when you do your homework, it works. And we are all a bit older and a bit wiser, and we know that practicing at home helps. And so that was one of the agreements we made. And also one of the major agreements was we don't want to play every weekend. You know, that was also a main killer why we decided to stop the band playing every weekend, you know. So we are now cherry picking, and we have now for 2026 we have like 11 gigs, and well, perhaps one or two more, but that's the max, you know. I don't want to play 3 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and go back to work on Monday, you know. And we've all already seen every venue, and
been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Exactly. Yeah. So, and under those conditions, we were all like, yeah, this could work. This really could work. Let's think a night over, and the next day with a hangover, we all apped each other, and let's get this thing rolling. And
yeah, because I know you started, like you mentioned before, you played those first reunion shows on the 70,000 Tons of Metal, and I had the pleasure of catching like y'all's like Studio B set. So what was that like playing that first shows again? Were y'all like nervous at all?
Holy shit, I was. I
was really looking forward to it, to finally be together on stage again with the old songs. I mean, it was really awesome. But you it was very nervous.
In all those years, I never was nervous until the first time on the boat. I was, holy shit, this is the first gig we are doing in like 6 years. We've practiced twice, and oh my god, and on a boat, and on the highest ranking of your wish list. Yeah, I was really nervous. I was absolutely nervous.
Yeah, because I know you played the boat before, and this year was different because it was also like the coldest cruise ever.
Oh my
Whoa!
god!
Don't mention the cold. It was very
Yeah, it
nice.
shouldn't be
Where
cold
were
on
you
70K. It's supposed to be warm. It's against the rules.
Yeah.
Like, what
Where
the
were
fuck
you
is
in the
this?
second set?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
second set, it was. I couldn't feel my fingers in like 1 minute.
It
was
was
so cold.
yeah, like seriously, it just felt weird. Like I remember watching like Anthrax on the pool deck set, and I remember Scott saying like I felt like it was an Arctic cruise.
Yeah. It really was.
Well, we were there at 5 o'clock in the morning when it's freezing wind. So
Holy shit! Did you like get any like sleeping at all, or did you try to like stay up late, and stay up as much as you can before y'all played?
We tried to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah,
I
you were
missed
like,
one night.
Yeah, you were kind of
and
like,
then
let's
at
fucking
3
go.
o'clock, you had to get up again because at 5 o'clock we had our gig. And then I thought, I go to bed. Oh, wait, at 12 o'clock, I'm the judge of the belly flop contest. So I just continued.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course with this reunion now, and I know it's been like 10 years since, of course, the last Izegrim album. Can we maybe possibly get some like new music?
Yep, but not an album.
Working on it.
we are absolutely even yesterday, to be honest, we were working on new songs. So, but don't expect a full album yet.
So just an EP.
Yeah, or just a single. I mean, this is the era of releasing singles and not an EP. I mean, we there might be a new song to let everybody know Izegrim is back, and here we are. Yeah. I mean, and
then we'll see.
And then we'll see. Yeah, but there will be definitely new music. Absolutely.
Yeah,
we're working on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Will you musically try to continue in the same vein as the Ferryman's End, or as it has been a decade, will it be like a new beginning for Izegrim in a way?
Well, it is a new beginning, but what I can hear from the riffs and stuff we were working on yesterday is perhaps at this moment I'm only have one song that I can talk about, but it's perhaps a bit more melodic and a more strong, back to basic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, back to basic. Yeah. So a bit more doomy feeling and more melody, perhaps, and not more
not more trash.
No, exactly. Yeah. A bit. We're a bit steering away from the trash.
Yeah. And of course, with you, Jeroen, because I know it's like your guitar playing is very melodic and also very thrashy and very rhythmic. So when it comes to like writing like your guitar parts, like how do you know like, okay, I want to do like a melodic part here or just very thrash kind of like riff here?
Well, most of the credits go to Bart, because Bart is really the riff writer. He donates song structures, but not completely arranged. And most of the time, Marloes and I are working with those riffs to blend that into a whole song. Yeah. So that's what we were working on yesterday. Yeah. And most of the time, I add some melody and stuff like that. But most of the credits go to Bart, because he is the guy that writes actually the most riffs. Actually,
Yeah, and of course for you, Marloes, as you're also a vocalist, like when it comes to like making lyrics, do you have to like put yourself in like a certain mind frame in order to come up with lyrics, or do they just come like very naturally and organically?
No, I have to work very hard for it because I want nice and cool lyrics, but I don't want to point something out. I don't want politics. I don't want war things, and I just write normal things that could happen to all of us, and I'm very interested in the human mind, and that's why my lyrics are almost always about normal things you read in a paper, like the mass shootings. Why is someone doing that? And that's where my interest grows to. But it's really hard for me to find a subject.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once I have a subject, I'm all natural, and I totally I can write everything, but it's for me always hard to find a subject that fits the song. So I have to I wait for the song to be ready, and then I listen to it 1,000 times, and then I got a feeling from, oh, it has to be about this or has to be about that. It's not that I write lyrics and then, oh, I've got a song, so I put the lyrics on it. It's the song that makes the decision for my subject.
Yeah. And I know you also playing bass, because I know you've heard your fair share of bass player jokes and memes and stuff, but I feel like you find ways to link what the guitars are doing with the melody and what the drums are doing with the rhythm. So what is like your kind of like approach to slap at a bass?
Well, I don't slap the bass. Well, I want how do you say that? The pitches, zeg maar.
Yeah, the bass has to blend in.
Yeah,
with the
to
guitar.
blend in. Yeah, I don't know how to say it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I want to blend in with the guitars and not be on top of it. Or, oh, look, I can play bass. No. It has to be part of the music. And sometimes I make my parts a little bit easier because I don't want to destroy the guitar parts.
Interfere with them.
Yeah, I don't want to interfere with them. So, yeah.
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 Yeah, and with also like being a vocalist and also a bassist, do you find like you're able to express like two different sides of you creatively?
Yeah. I can. I mean, those are two different things, but live, as you have seen, 30,000 tons. I don't play bass anymore live at the moment, but the bass is recorded. I recorded it by myself, and it was playing on tape.
Yeah. Was it kind of like hard, especially like not playing bass? You had to like work on stage presence, just being a vocalist.
No, because I quit playing bass in 2018 at Izegrim, and we had a separate bass player. So that's why when I learned how to be a front woman, and I had
without the bass.
Without the bass, so I had I had to do something. And also with Helifron, I didn't wear my bass, so I also learned how to make a stage present. And now I play bass, and I do my vocals, and with new songs I will also play bass. But I cannot. I had a car accident, and I've got a neck injury, so for me it's not possible right now to have my bass around my neck.
Yeah.
So I can't stand and play bass.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
And that's really hard when you have a show.
Yeah.
I can't sit down, you know.
Yeah. And will you guys like try to find like another bass player to play live, or you're just going to keep it just the four?
Yeah, just the four. When we returned Izegrim, we said we wanted to do it with the
four of
most
us.
steady lineup till now, and it's the four of us.
Yeah. We played together like 12 years with the four of us. So it felt most natural to start in 2026 with the four of us. And that Marloes has an injury, shouldn't be the reason to get a separate bass player. Because there might be a time that Marloes is picking up the bass again, and then you have to kick out the bass player, you know. And it is from
that would
tape.
Be awkward.
I mean, yeah, that will be awkward. And don't get me wrong, I hate it when something comes from tape. It's that's
what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like backing tracks, like a lot of people can be kind of iffy.
Yeah, I'm totally honest. I totally agree with them. But you know, when someone is injured and is not able to handle a guitar or a bass, and in our case, the bass isn't. Oh, bass players will hate me for that. But the bass isn't the main instrument. It isn't that you are hearing guitar solos from tape or extra vocals from tape, and Marloes recorded all the parts herself, but sitting down, you know. And there's a bass running from tape. Yeah, shoot us, you know.
But it is me.
but it is Marloes.
Justice for bass players.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, bass players. Yeah, you can shoot me. That's the whole story about the backing track on bass.
Yeah, but then of course the final question I want to ask you is coming from the Netherlands, because I feel like there's so many great Dutch bands like Xfix and God Dethroned, Sinister, and also like Epica, like so many great bands to come from that country. So was it the goal for Izegrim? Like, did you feel like comfortable being part of that whole like Dutch metal scene, or did you wanted to get outside of the Netherlands and play in front of like different countries and different audiences and all that good stuff?
Oh, the last thing. I mean, all those bands you mentioned are also playing abroad. So I mean, and we've played several times with Sinister. Sinister are also good friends
Yeah,
of
I'm
us.
seeing them in May at Maryland Death Fest.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, great guys, great band.
Gothic Road. Yeah,
Gothic
we all
Front.
know each other.
Yeah, it's a small country, and I wouldn't place us on the same level as an Epica.
No.
Those are way bigger than us, you know.
Yeah.
And there's also totally different music. It's more mainstream, but like Gothic Throne and us, we play our fair share of shows. We don't want to play too much in Holland. I mean, it's a small country. If you do 2 gigs in Holland, everybody has seen you, you know. I mean,
you have to go abroad.
Yeah, you have to go abroad. Yeah,
we don't want to, but we have to.
Yeah. And we want to keep it exclusive, you know. That's why we said 10 shows, 11 shows per year. And we're aiming at Germany, Belgium, France, Norway,
Europe,
Finland, Europe. But maximum of 2 shows or 3 in Holland. That's it. And I think most Dutch bands are aiming for a maximum of 3 shows per year in Holland.
Nice. And so kind of also like in the end to sort of wrap things up, what's next for Izegrim? I know you mentioned like you got some shows coming up, you're slowly working on like some new music. It's just anything else with the band you also like to plug in. Can we maybe get Izegrim to do a US run one day?
Yeah, sure. Arrange it.
Yeah, I really hope Maryland Death Fest.
But it's really difficult for a Dutch band or even a band out of the US, you know, to get a visa. I mean, that's horrible. So, you know, that's the fun part of the boat. You don't have to have a visa as a band because you're
like
playing
suck it, bitch.
So it would be great. But things that are happening right now, I think we all mentioned them in this interview. So there's no final words or come to our website or buy our album. No, sorry, no.
I mean, I was glad I got to see you guys live last month. I feel like I'm one of the few Americans that finally saw Izegrim.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we got you know, it was really bizarre how many positive reactions we got on the boat after the gig and the days after. Oh, you were from Izegrim. Oh, great. And this was really cool to see. Yeah. We made a lot of new friends.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But thank you guys for coming on. It's so great to be able to chat with you. It's just any final words you want to say to the viewers that are watching this to close this out?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you for having us.
Anytime.
And check our Facebook for updates. We regularly update our Facebook. So we'll keep you all posted about the new music and keep.
And if you know someone from Maryland Death Fest, let us know.
Yeah,
I will.
I will. That guy.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Cool.
But everybody, Jeroen and Marloes from Izegrim, and we'll see you next time.